Boy, do I have an interesting one for you today. So I don't know if you guys have heard of this game, but there's this little thing going on in a game called Marathon. Now, this is Bungie's new game. Now, if you don't know who Bungie is, they created Halo, they created Destiny. So some of the best sci-fi lore in any games ever was created by these people. Now, over a year ago, we got this trailer. I'm going to play this real quickly. And but just needless to say, we've gotten more information about this game within the last 24 hours, couple days, and we're going to go over all of that. So just quickly, this is a breakdown of the original trailer from over a year ago. It's like super cryptic, called Marathon. Like, what is this? I don't know if this music's copyrighted, so this part might get removed, but we'll see. Like, what do we have here? We have these people. We found out that these people running are quite literally called runners. It was later announced through several things. This is just like classic Bungie. Like, just looks insane. Now, when you find out what this game actually is, this is where I'm fascinated with everything. Also, keep in mind that like little tag that we just saw there, the name tag, that's going to come back. So that is pretty much it. Aside from like this character getting shot. Like what is this? What is going on here? Okay, we got a sniper rifle or a DMR or something like that. With these kind of interesting art schemed operators. That's it. That's all we got. And then we get this kind of like outer map, big world, super space thing, very Halo slash almost Destiny looking. And then we get the name Marathon. Okay. Super cryptic. What the hell is this? So later we then find out that this seems to be an extraction shooter. That is a PvP extraction shooter in the sci-fi universe called Marathon from the Halo and Destiny creators. That's what we find out. Now, this week, I'm just going to go over to Twitter, a couple people that I follow. Number one, we have T-Dog. He said, just got done playing Marathon game at Bungie. I responded to this saying, I'm really jealous. Also, my other friend, Jordan, same thing. Remember those key cards that we saw before? Well, they got a couple of those. Then this week, there's an ARG that came out. And as you can see, our friend Mr. Raffle Waffles here took a deep dive
and in this video,
down this rabbit hole.
Speed as best
Just
I can.
real quick, we'll go through this.
With this herearesilence.com website, and when you control A on this website, you see this skull. That's a bit weird. You also see this, one voice, many herearesilence.com. When you go to this page, it says this: OBS breaks their chains, interact, log in, live or live. The system fears when many become one. Mida is watching, Mida is rising, and there's a login portal for your Twitch account for you to authorize your Twitch login. Now, yesterday when this all started kicking off, when you did this and you were live streaming like I was and like, for example, Asdacross
really
was,
cool.
It would take you to a page that looked like this.
Okay, so this is like a deep dive down a rabbit hole of what this ARG is. It's not completed yet, and I'm willing to bet that this ARG is going to go throughout this week because we got a bunch of leaks in regards to Marathon. And now we have a video by someone by the name of Asdacross, who I've heard talk about Bungie before, as well as Destiny. He has a video going over an alpha for Marathon that's leaked, soundtrack, pre-orders, and potentially a release date that has been leaked. So this is what I want to watch. It's going to give us more information as to what this game actually is, when we are going to get more information, and it's going to happen quick. So let's hear what he has to say.
I'll pull up this article real quick. I was wondering what's going on this. Bungie to reveal more about Marathon late next week, it's claimed. So from Zaha.
So that's talking about like starting this week, like Monday, like tomorrow, that week. So apparently late next week or this week, depending on when you're watching this.
Odd here. Bungie's cryptic teases for Marathon seem to be building up to something bigger, with a new rumor claiming a reveal is coming late next week. After months of silence, Bungie is finally making noise about Marathon again. The upcoming extraction shooter, a reboot of Bungie's classic sci-fi series, has been a bit of a mystery since revealed 2 years ago. While early trailers...
so if you don't know, Marathon is like an old thing that Bungie did, I believe, pre-Halo.
Gave us a taste of the game's vibe and style. Actual details have been hard to come by. That changed today. Marathon's social media channel suddenly became alive, sharing cryptic new teasers that kicked off a second ARG alternate reality game. This, of course, happened yesterday, so Thursday. Players digging through the clues found new in-universe imagery, a few eerie soundtrack snippets, and a bunch of text files hidden in a terminal linked to the game's fictional UESC corporation. It's the most we've seen or heard from Bungie.
So, like, put it this way. If Bungie is putting all of this out, obviously this is teasing something coming soon. Love it. Also, if their ARG has this much lore, like diving into the lore already, what is this game going to look like? One of the biggest complaints of Destiny 1 when it came out was the way that they did the lore in that game. And then Destiny 2 came out and they just kind of went wild. Bungie are kings of lore. They just have to implement it correctly, and seeing them already do this has me excited. So, today, I announced on Ink Slasher, that channel, that channel is pretty much going to be all story, diving into the history of Call of Duty, things like that. But also we're going to expand to further games, and this has my attention.
Yeah, Marathon in a long time, and
also, in case you didn't see that video, the Weekly Reload has a brand new channel, like literally a channel for that show. If you want to check out the Weekly Reload channel, support it. It'll be linked down in the description as well.
Looks like it's all building towards something bigger. Marathon reveal happening next week. Something bigger might be coming as soon as next week. On the latest episode of Game Mess Decides, journalist Jeff Grubb said Bungie plans to share more information about Marathon late next week. Grubb, who has reported reliably on Bungie in the past, hinted that fans won't have to wait much longer to see more of the game. Bungie is teasing Marathon. He said, next week, everybody, late next week, I think you'll be able to see a lot more about Marathon at that point.
Okay, so putting together what we saw, we have these people with these passes who are playing the game. I'm guessing, just based off of what Call of Duty does, they probably either recorded gameplay or are going to be able to talk about the game that they played, potentially this coming up week, if that's what they're going to be doing for the
This
reveal.
lines up with the previous report suggesting that Bungie is planning its own showcase sometime in April, likely independent of any broader PlayStation event. Bungie has done this before with Destiny 2. That is true. Not that Bungie won't show some things, you know, on the, what is it, the state of play or anything. And I'm sure we may see snippets of a trailer, or maybe just the outright trailer. But in terms of like how Bungie likes to show things off themselves, they like to do that in-house, right? So they would want,
like, so same kind of thing of how I've talked about GTA and people being like, oh, they're going to put the GTA trailer at the Switch 2 thing or at the PlayStation thing. No, these are big enough where they want to do their own kind of events and reveals.
Vidoc style, here's the 30-minute sit down, here's everything, right? And I don't think they're going to do a combination of things. Like, I don't believe we're going to get Marathon and Frontiers in a single Vidoc experience. I think they're going to keep those two things separate, guys. Because yesterday, as you saw, I was thinking, like, because we saw Frontier pop up as the one of the codes after that image completely populated, and we were like, oh my god, is this Frontiers? Like, is this gonna like somehow link to Destiny 2? And Mino tweeted at us and said to stay on topic. So I really do believe these are going to be two very separate things. They're not even going to blend together, Vidocs, on this. Speaking of the new ARG, players have found some new teasers, including new soundtracks, weapons, and other random images related to the game. Thanks, Marathon Bulletin. TauCity.gg. So new weapons found in the UESC terminal.
Interesting.
Oh, BRRT SMG, Bully SMG,
AR.
C Tactical Sidearm, Conquest LMG,
Magnum.
Hardline, Long Shot, M77, Assault Rifle Magnum, Overrun, Repeater, Twin Tap, Zeus, Punch, Bolt Thrower, Lookout, Combat Shotgun. Oh, so these are the weapons. These are the gun models.
Oh, that's
different
cool.
weapons. So the list of weapons they just had.
As you could tell by like that original trailer that we saw, all of the art design and style is very like, I don't even know the word for it, like kind of whited out, futuristic, robotic. I don't really
So
know the
these are
word
gun
for
models.
it.
I mean, it's not much you can go off of, but you can see, like, especially like this one right here, it has like the same like Mida multi-tool, like almost like same
a good
look
point.
to it. I mean, that makes sense because that's Mida literally.
If you
came
never played
from
Destiny, that was a weapon
Marathon.
in Destiny.
But yeah,
a BR.
What was this again?
So yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Music.
Okay, so this is the Marathon OST trailer.
So again, kind of going with the same sort of theme. Honestly, like Destiny music, Halo music, of course. The Bungie knows what they're doing with damn music. Like they know what they're doing with music. Also, how freaking stacked is this year for games? Like if Marathon does indeed come out this year, like this, like GTA, like and Call of Duty is apparently going to be doing a DLC year, so like we might just be written off of that one. It's a banger.
Okay. Let's do it all day yesterday. Dude, this game's vibe is just so, it's so different.
It's so if you watched the South of Midnight kind of 3 hours that I put out earlier today, the games lately have been doing this like whole mystery vibe that we saw with Adamfall and then South of Midnight, and then this game is just like with the ARG and everything they're showing is just off the charts.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the game really does have horror, man. Look, I'm not like, Marathon still has a lot to prove to me. Like,
Of course.
I gotta see gameplay, dude. But art style and just like the aura with the music, man. Pretty good. Pretty good, dude.
All right, how long are we listening to music for? Like, look. Like, damn. Okay, let's skip through the music. Then we got more.
Just this intro of this one, man. Like, so 3 different, everything that's
Moving
being
on.
added, man. As for what we might see, there are plenty of clues. Recent data mines from Steam show 3 different editions of Marathon: Base, Extra Plus, and Extra Plus Plus, all with pre-order bonuses and even Destiny 2 crossover content.
So this was one thing that I was worried about with PlayStation buying Bungie, whether or not it was going to be PC, because this game needs to be on PC. If it's an extraction shooter, I think extraction shooters doing that type of game is that like a PC player's dream.
Content. It definitely sounds like a pre-launch prep.
Destiny
So we
2
finally get into
crossover
full
content.
Marathon experience next week. It sure looks that way. Bungie's staying quiet for now, but all signs point to a big reveal just around the corner.
Yeah,
What
that's
do you think
what I
Bungie's
would
going to
guess
show?
too.
Something playable like a beta, another teaser? Let us know in the comments. I'm not sure. I really don't know, dude. It's got to be something. You
So
don't.
he must have found, because this is taken from a stream, he must have found something after this, because Alpha leaked.
You can't be doing all this PlayStation updating their banner, all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's gotta be something. As of right now, I think the best we're going to be able to get, at least based on the image that was shared with us from this Discord, is, it says right here, alpha info start here, alpha runner's guide, alpha announcements, general alpha discussion, alpha feedback, and it says right here, private closed alpha test. It sounds like we have an alpha coming, and hopefully a trailer, like hopefully like maybe a trailer or a VIDOC
We need
or
some
something. 'Cause
gameplay.
I feel like that would really get things going. But at the same time, they could just roll out and just be like, hey, here's an alpha sign up, and then turn around and be like, let us play it first, and then roll out with a trailer for like an open beta. Because wouldn't that make
Potentially, there's going to be a trailer or something first, because they're not going to let it leak, right? Like if they do a closed alpha, I mean, that's going to be just straight game. They're going to put it's Bungie. They're going to have a story trailer for sure. And then they'll probably have a gameplay trailer, and then they'll announce in the gameplay trailer the alpha. That would be my guess.
More sense. Wouldn't it make more sense to do if there's going to be a private closed alpha? Every one of us that are getting into the Discord right now and getting the DAC files and doing all this stuff, we get access to the different alphas rooms here in the Discord. We get access to it. And then after collecting feedback, then issuing or showing off in a ViDoc or a trailer. Next time they show Marathon, they're going to show gameplay. That'd be dope, dude.
I think so, too.
Dope. I would love it. I would love it if we could see some gameplay, man. Just with how slow Marathon stuff has been, I would assume we will not see gameplay, but I hope I'm wrong. I will say this. This is my stance on Marathon, and really just any game, but especially Marathon, considering just the controversy around this game. It's got to get right. It's got to be right. It's got to get right. It's got to be right. It cannot be pushed out too soon. I hate that it got delayed too, like some of you, but it's got to be right, man. It's got to be right on.
I think right there is this right here is probably as close to what we can expect from the visuals and gameplay. But again,
gotta be right, man.
I think it'll be this
It's gotta be right on so many levels. I mean, it's gotta be right in terms of good gunplay. It's gotta be right in terms of, good infrastructure. We know that they're putting in dedicated servers, but it's gotta be right, man. I'm not sitting there like banging my head on the desk saying, I need this game out right now. I would love it to be out right now. Just to try.
But like, if you think about it this way, if we know that this is coming probably this week based off of that, they're not going to just announce release. And especially if it's an alpha that is going to get leaked this week or get announced this week, you got to assume alpha, if they're announcing an alpha, probably within the month. And then we have a beta a couple months later. So are we thinking fall? Are we thinking January? Are we thinking Q1 of 2026? It could be any of these. And then of course throw GTA into the mix.
Right, because at this point, if there's one thing Marathon really has going for it, it's mystery. This thing is,
that's exactly what I was saying.
Bungie has really captured, probably, mainly because they've just been so silent about it. But it's just been a mysterious game since we first saw the trailer of it. You know what I mean? Action shooters can be deep, man. I will say this right here, man, with it having like, the lore and everything of Marathon and like the way they're doing the ARG.
Man, Bungie has great first-person shooter mechanics. They have great lore. They have done a looter shooter with Destiny. It seems like an extraction shooter is perfect. Like a PvP extraction shooter is perfect for what they have built already. They've done PvP with Halo. They've done PvE with Destiny. They've also done PvP with Destiny, which I didn't love. Combine them all together with lore, with this like mystery that they have done. It could be incredible. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit jealous that I didn't get to go see this one early.
This is like, to me, this is like OG Bungie, back in the day, like Corridors of Time, Niobe Labs. I really feel like the people that gave us those things, I think those people are probably working on Marathon right now. And I would love to see stuff like that back inside of Destiny. But it's intriguing, man. It's really, really intriguing.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.
It was well put together. If he did that all in stream and then had someone edit that, number one, way to like plan your content from your stream for something else. And editor did a great job. I think this week, based off of seeing creators there, based off of the leaks, alpha, I don't know when that would be happening, but based off of all of this, sounding like this week is we're going to get something, whether that's a teaser, whether that's a trailer, whether that's an alpha, whether that's just an announcement of when things could be. Based off of that article, it says later this week. So Friday, Thursday, the weekend. The weekend would be weird, but sometime around there, right? But yeah, this is one I'm definitely interested in, and definitely one we're going to be tracking moving forward.